Right, we've just finished the VLOOKUP, so don't forget to resave your spreadsheet. So that I'm just hitting the save button, or Control S, as we've already named it. Now we need to go on to task BC, which is calculate the total charge for each customer. Now this can be a tricky part in the exam. You've got to remember that you're level 2, so we're not going to expect too simple of a formula here. If there was just like 1 times the other, then you want to think, right, I'm doing a level 2 exam. Is that correct? Seems a bit simple. It may be, but you must double check it, and so you know that is what they've asked for. Usually it's a little bit more complicated than that, and it doesn't give you any clues at all here how to do it. Sometimes it gives you a hint, often it doesn't. So here they want us to calculate the total charge for each customer. The only one we've got left, and the only columns with figures in is that column, and that column. So you imagine it's going to be something to do with those 3. If the higher rate is £56 and you're hiring it for 3 days, you'd expect to times that value by 3. That sounds straightforward, but again, if you just put that in, you think this is a level 2, it's probably a bit more difficult than that. And it is. There's this daily insurance that's got to be added to the mix. So now we're going to have to think of that rule, the BODMAS rule, where we've got brackets, orders, and then division and multiplication is done before addition or subtraction. So we need to think about that. Here, there's probably various ways of doing it, but I would say I would add the daily hire rate to the daily insurance, and then to get a figure, so I would put that in brackets, then I would times that by 3. So I'm going to go equals. Remember, you must do the equal sign to tell Excel that you're going to do a formula. So that plus the daily insurance times how many days. Now if I just do it like that without putting brackets in, we're going to get a different value than with brackets in because of this BODMAS rule. So just out of interest, I'm going to enter that. Right, so it's £65. So from immediately, if that was £50, 3 times 50, I'm expecting over £150. So there's something wrong there, and the reason it's done that is because it's worked out these values before it's worked out this value, because of the BODMAS rule. So if we put a bracket round there and a bracket round there, remember it works out whatever's in the brackets first. So now it will be 56 times 3, sorry, 63 plus 3, so that value 59, then it would be times 3. So now we should have a more reflective answer, £177. That makes more sense. So that's the sort of thing you want to be thinking about when you're doing the formula, because it's at level 2, and rarely are they going to give you a very easy formula. It could happen, so but you need to double check that, make sure that's what they're after. Once you've got that, you can just replicate it down, or dragging down, or double clicking, and you've got your answer. If you're really suspicious about it as well, I would recommend opening up the calculator tool, and just double checking the maths if you need to, if you think there's something wrong. You need to spend a few minutes thinking about what they're asking you to do here. It's usually worth 3 points. It can be quite tricky, so take your time, work it out, double check it, and check your answer. Next, they want us to do a printout of the formula again and make sure that they're not truncated. So we need to go back and go to formulas, show formula, and there is something truncated there. Again, the higher rate, double click on that one, double click on the insurance, and also this one, just make sure. So make sure that you've change the column width on all of the columns that have a formula in, or a function formula in. Go to File, Print, check it's on one page, check that it's not too small, that it's not readable, check that it's got the column and row headings A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 displayed, and check that your name and student number etc. is there. Then you want to print that off, and again have a good close look at the printout, double check everything as it's supposed to be. Once you're happy with that, you can come back from that, escape from that, print preview, and you can turn off the show formula, and you're going to have to resize it all over again. One way is by selecting all, by clicking on the little triangle in the top left hand corner, and then double clicking when your cursor changes from a down arrow to a sort of cross. Double clicking there, and it has resized everything. Okay, then back to the exam paper. So we've done that, and it says resave the spreadsheet again. So I'm just going to go Control S, same as clicking on the save button. Okay, I hope that was some use to you. If there is anything you don't understand, or if you have any questions, just put them down in the comments and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Also, subscribe to the channel to get notifications of all of the new videos as they come up for functional IT. The next video is how to do a custom sort, and also how to format the spreadsheet in a way to get the maximum points in the exam.